take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the New York Jets.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Harris. Powerful running. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Harris, the ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way. And then try and match his athleticism.
Now Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
57, Mike, 57.
From the gun, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Anthony Jennings. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He's going to keep it again. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This time Jackson will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at this 28-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He sets up the screen to Jones. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyree Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side on the swing pass. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Jackson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he stopped immediately there.
Ronald Jones.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. It's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense... reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Jones, the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And an Oklahoma City first down.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
caught by number 8.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Oklahoma City.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Oklahoma City, first down.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already.
That's caught at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
5-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's...
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Shedding through the defense. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He can run for it, and he will.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down and 12.
On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just know where to go, where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys that did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw again is Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Always always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Jackson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the option, that's complete. And he's brought down.
Jackson's
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Stepping, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He was tackled at the
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On the option, it's Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
At the 26.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Jackson's pass.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A 1st down run by Jones not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
And 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Damian Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
He may try and run for this. And they snap him short of the 1st. As he can only get to the 20. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They run with Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Damian Harris, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the
24th corner, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
It's 3rd down.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson now from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete.
Jackson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 13 yards.
13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
City, 1st down.
Here's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. It's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Harris has it over the middle.
Jackson's.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.